Right, we are live, and today we are going to talk about organization for contractors, how to keep everything organized, your leads, your automations, and your text messages. There's so much that you can do when you have everything organized.
Mm-hmm.
And today we've got Jordan with us. He's going to be
Yes.
taking part of this, talking about how you can keep everything organized.
Yes.
So,
So why don't we start this with a little observation that we've made um, after having countless discussions with contractors.
yeah,
Um,
what's the observation we've made?
I'd say the biggest observation is there's a lot of contractors that they're very good at what they do, but when it comes to the business side of things, they're a little less organized.
Yeah,
They're
and sorry, one thing I hear on that too is like they got into the business because they're really good at what they do.
Mhm.
They're not good at the computer stuff. They're not good at the advertising, the marketing,
Mhm.
and maybe even like they're probably good at the business, some business aspects, but like when it comes to the organization part,
Mhm.
they're really not. So
Yeah, this may be you if you're listening. You could be having all of your leads and all of your lead information on a piece of paper, pen and
or
pad,
on your
old
head,
fashioned, or in your head. Even worse, in your head, because
or just on your phone, like
yeah,
just like nowhere. So that could be
in
a
like
lot
your
of
notes
trouble.
app or something.
So you don't want to be having all your leads scattered or in a place that they could get lost.
Hmm.
Where would you want to have them ideally?
You'd ideally want them in a CRM type of software.
And what's a CRM? Like a lot of people I talk to, they're like, "What is
Yeah, a
that?"
CRM is basically an abbreviation for the term customer relations manager or customer relationship manager. And it's a way
Ooh.
for you to visualize your own sales pipeline. You can customize your sales pipeline as like to whatever kind of steps you want it to be, but the general kind of gist of it is you want to have a column for people who are considered new leads or people who are newly interested in your business or newly shown your business. And then you want to have different stages for the different levels or different stages of your pipeline. George, you're
Of
the
the sales
sales guy, so
process.
you can kind of
So
take
like you
that.
just want to have everything from a new lead
Hmm.
to all the steps in between to them coming becoming a deal or no deal.
Yeah.
So it'll be like new lead, they're warm, they're in conversation. Um, Maybe you've booked an appointment with them, you've had the appointment, and then you send them a quote, and then either deal or no deal. They
Yeah.
approve it or don't approve it. So that's like one,
One
what
aspect.
yeah, one aspect that a CRM allows you to do, be able to visually see your pipeline, the columns in your pipeline depending on what stages the lead has to go through, and that would be easier for you, your assistant, your salespeople to then be able to be like, oh, okay, uh, this column today is what I should be focused on because we need some more deals, and these people we already given quotes to. So that's why we should focus on this specific column.
Exactly.
So that's one aspect of the CRM. It's just the opportunities, the pipeline.
The
What
pipeline.
what what else could it do?
The uh, the other thing that we've wanted to introduce after talking with dozens of contractors is a way for them to manage almost every facet of the back end of their business at one location. I'm talking about text messages. I'm talking about Instagram DMs. I'm talking about Facebook DMs. I'm talking about email sequences. Like everything is done in one central location, so you're not having to remember logins for so many different
Well,
platforms.
yeah, not even remembering. It's just
Yeah,
like going back and forth. That's gonna throttle
exactly.
your attention span.
100%.
So yeah, remembering that. What else does it do?
I mean, this really the sky is the limit. It would depend on essentially the needs of the contractor that we're working with, but the bare basics of what this system that we have in place for the clients that are interested in this or contractors that are interested in this is essentially a one-stop solution where you can manage all of your conversations on social media. You can manage your conversations over text. You don't have to get a second phone. You can literally just have your own phone. You'll have a different work number, and all of the message will be filtered through that app. Um, it's
Your emails
your
in there as
emails,
well.
everything in there. You can connect your Facebook and your Google Ads to that. You can manage your own Google Ads review reporting. You can send out automations. Let me paint a picture. You finish a job with a client, right? Let's say you're a landscaper. The season's coming up. You finish a beautiful job, but you have an issue, and that issue is you can't seem to get people to leave reviews for your business, even though they say how much they love it. So let's say They're scheduled, the job's done. A few days later, they get a notification on their phone that you didn't send, but it's sent to them already, and that's asking them to leave a review. Now, you didn't have to write that. That is automatically sent to these people. They will leave that review, and you get a review without even having to ask them for it. So that's just like one of the use cases of having a proper system in place that we can implement, that we've implemented for clients and that we've decided to build out because there's definitely a need for it.
Yeah, you can set up your QuickBooks in it as well.
Yeah.
Automation, so like email drip campaigns, text messages. It can even send out voice messages, like pre-recorded voice notes or messages or voicemails, I guess,
Yeah.
to the people.
Voice drops.
And this is more for like a sales hub and to be able to keep track of your customers and the relationship that you have with them, and then your prospects as well. Because what it won't do, it's not going to track your workers' time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the company cam type of site. It's more for like the sales and getting you with like in line with the customers and like the sales aspect. It's not gonna be for like Jeff, for example, he uses an app for the managing of the clients.
What's the
and
name of that app again?
It's like for project manage. It's like
Yeah.
Honeybook or something.
They can sign in, clock in their time, so Jeff has a complete understanding of what one of his workers is doing, like when they clock up for lunch, when they get back to the job site.
If they need any like tools or materials, they can use that app as well for communication. They know what stage what's it called, the project is at as well. So
Which is huge.
that could be different tools, and I mean maybe even the pipeline and the CRM can do that. But what we're talking about, the CRM, the system that we offer to some of our clients, is specifically for the sales. It's specifically for the automation, for the marketing. You can even build sites on it. I don't know if you even talked about that.
I was going to get into two other huge aspects
Let's go.
of this system that we have that we can implement. So, as George briefly touched on, you can build websites and you can host websites within this software that we have available for our clients. They've got like a native one, like a native website builder, but they've also got a place where you can host WordPress websites, and WordPress websites are probably some of the most recognizable and common websites that are on the internet. And if you already have a website, it's super simple to just have it switched over. Like you can still keep your website, but again, kind of integrate the software along with it. And then I'd say the biggest pro and probably the biggest seller, apart from the ability to manage the entirety back end of your business in one location, is the idea of workflows and automations. So essentially a workflow is a glorified if this then that type of logic. So we'd come in and I'll give you an example of a type of workflow that we already have set up for a lot of our clients, and that's just a simple new Facebook lead automation. So when a Facebook lead fills out the instant form that we have on their Facebook ad, they get created as a new opportunity, and then we upload the notes from that specific instant form. So when you were to go to your CRM, you'd see all the information, the name, email, phone number, potentially budget, location, just really everything you need. And then after that, you'd be sent a notification, or your salesperson or your VA would be sent a notification saying that there is a new lead ready to be contacted. And then from there, you can get really creative. You can, if you don't have a sales team, you can essentially create an automation that has that puts new leads into a sales process or some sort of sales automation that warms people up. So by the time they get to the end of it and you get on the call with them, they're essentially a lot more sold than if you were to just kind of call them as soon as they filled out that lead form. So automations and the workflows that are available with the software is second to none.
Yeah, because for automations, you would have to use Zapier, for example.
Yeah.
You do have to pay for it. Like, if you don't have a system like this, then you have to do the same work that you would do in the system with other apps and tools. So
which could have their own costs.
yeah. So like a CRM or like a pipeline, you could have like HubSpot or something it's like free to like tens of dollars, and you could have your CRM there in pipeline. And then you could have like maybe MailChimp or Klaviyo for like email marketing and text message marketing automations. And then you could have Zapier, for example, to bring in your leads to like a Google Sheet or to like HubSpot, for example. And then your communications could be like on Messenger, Instagram, text, and email.
Yeah.
So there's like probably just 5 to 6 different places that I just named that are all different that you would have to somehow integrate with maybe Zapier, and they all have different costs where you could just go to like one place, one CRM, one stop shop, which is the title of the video, for you to be able to manage all your leads, be able to manage your sales, maybe even your salespeople, landing pages, sites, automation, and yeah, even reputation as well.
Yeah.
You can even post from it too. There's like a social posting feature through it.
There's AI chatbots that you can set up.
QuickBooks as well.
It's
There's so much.
the sky's the limit.
How much is it for the people?
So for the people who are watching right now, there's essentially 2 different types of offers. The first offer, you get the CRM, some text message automations, essentially access to the one-stop shop solution. We have that for $137 a month. We've got clients that really love this. Like the clients that we've talked to about this before they signed on, they were blown away with what this can do. So $137 a month. If you pay $197 a month, you get access to everything in that $137 a month package, but you also get some more in-depth advanced email and text message sequences. By the way, we'd make sure that you have that like phone number and email.
Like we would
ready
manage
to go.
it for you.
100%. And then you'd also get access to calendar booking. So if you have let's say you're a pretty busy contractor and you only have a few days that you can talk with people, so you really value your time, but you may have found that when you book calls, people they just either just don't show up or they're just not interested. So with this, like an advanced calendar booking system, we'd have that on your website. You just put the days that you're available to talk. People will select that day, and then they'll get reminders and updates, and they'll be sent information about your business. So by the time you call them and on the phone with them, they're there, like they're ready. They're ready to talk. Exactly, they're way more warm.
A warm lead.
100%.
So 137 or 197 minimum, like 3 to 6 months. We would manage it for you, so you don't have to set anything up.
Any changes that you make, we'd have. There's a little button that's a support call. You just hit the support call button, and you can just talk with us. You let us know what the issue is, and we can help you with that. But honestly, it's one of those things. It's like a set it and forget it type of deal. You'll have access to it, like it's an app on your phone that you can install as well. So you literally have the entire backend of your business in your pocket at all times, which is insane.
So if you want to kind of take a look at it, maybe a demo, or you want to talk about it, DM us, send us a message, and we're happy to kind of take you through it.
It looks like Adam said
deal. I
deal.
don't know what he means.
I don't know.
Let
But
us know.
maybe he likes the idea of a one-stop solution, a one-stop shop type of
Yeah,
deal.
possibly. So what book are you recommending for this week?
I am reading. I'm reading a fiction book. I'm reading Game of Thrones right now. It's a good cozy read before bed.
I just watched some comedy.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. That's what I'm reading.
Nice. The book for this week would be Best Loser. The Best Loser Wins. Not the best loser as in weight, like the best loser wins as in whatever game you're playing. If you can lose, you're gonna win at the end of the day. But I don't know if that actually makes sense. But the book I'm reading is The Best Loser Wins. And it's kind of like what the title says. But it's more for like trading and mindset. And it can be applied to business as well. And a lot of life.
One question.
Sure.
Do you read for pleasure or do you read to expand your brain?
I do not read for pleasure.
What do you do for pleasure?
What do I do for pleasure?
Like to stimulate your brain that isn't like if you finish a long day at work, you're tired. Chances are you're probably not going to want to pick up a book where you have to be like, oh, fuck, I got to learn something.
No, I'm either going to sim race if I'm not too tired.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to
watch comedy, right?
Yeah, probably just watch comedy or hang out and just hang out.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I like to read for pleasure. Reading is for anybody, and you can read whatever the hell kind of books you want.
Yeah,
no one's saying you have to read books that expand your knowledge. They're good, but it's always good to make you happy and read books that, you know.
What Jordan's trying to say is that it's okay to be a nerd. So
Exactly. It's
we'll
okay to enjoy reading.
talk soon.
Peace out.
Bye.
Call me a nerd in front of everybody.